Imagine for a moment that you are watching your cat move across the room. There is a specific rhythm to their stride, a certain weight to the way they inhabit the space. If you share your home with a male cat, you may have noticed a subtle, almost indescribable difference in the energy they bring to a room compared to their female counterparts. We often fall into the trap of believing that cats are a monolith, that a cat is simply a cat, regardless of gender. We assume their needs, their emotional triggers, and their ways of showing affection are universal. But as you watch him settle into a corner or stare intently at a shadow, there is a hidden narrative playing out in his mind that is uniquely masculine. There is a biological and psychological blueprint that sets male cats apart, a set of instincts that haven't quite been erased by the comfort of a soft sofa and a regular food bowl. Something deeper is happening in the way he processes his environment and his relationship with you. Most owners walk through their daily lives without ever realizing that their male companion is speaking a completely different dialect of the feline language. The real reason he may seem more demanding, more affectionate, or more territorial isn't just personality. It's a reflection of 10 specific traits that most people completely overlook. To truly understand the soul of a male cat, we have to look past the surface, because the truth about who he is might be the very thing that changes your bond forever. It begins with the most visible but misunderstood physical trait, the stud cheeks. If you look at a male cat, particularly one that wasn't neutered until later in life, you'll notice a broader, more muscular face. What many people don't realize is that these jowls aren't just for show. They are biological shields designed for protection. In the wild, males are the ones who engage in the most physical conflict to defend territory. These thick pads of skin protect their vital neck area from bites and scratches. When you scratch those broad cheeks, you aren't just petting a cat. You are touching a physical manifestation of their ancestral role as protectors. Even in a safe, indoor environment, that physical heft in their face is a silent reminder of the warrior history they carry in their DNA. But that is only part of the story, albeit because their physical presence is tied to a psychological need for boundary patrol that often looks like restlessness to the human eye. Male cats are naturally hardwired to manage larger territories than females. You might notice your male cat doing a lap of the house several times a day, sniffing the same corners and peering out the same windows. He isn't just bored, he is performing a ritualistic safety check. What many owners overlook is that for a male cat, the home isn't just a place to live. It's a kingdom that must be continuously verified. By acknowledging this daily patrol, you are validating his sense of duty. He feels a profound psychological weight to ensure the perimeter is secure, and when he finally settles down after his rounds, it is the peace of a job well done. What many people don't realize is that male cats are often the social butterflies of the feline world in a way that defies the typical aloof stereotype. Statistically and observationally, many vets and behaviorists note that neutered males tend to be more overtly affectionate and lap-oriented than females. While female cats are often the cautious managers of the household, focused on efficiency and resource safety, males are often more focused on the social bond itself. This isn't just a quirk, it's a biological shift. Once the drive to compete for mates is removed through neutering, that intense male energy often redirects entirely toward their human companions. He doesn't just want food, he wants to be part of you. That persistent pestering for attention is his way of reaffirming his place in your social pride. And sometimes, it goes even deeper into the concept of scent ownership and the controversial behavior of spraying. We often view spraying as a simple hygiene problem, but in a male cat's mind, it is a sophisticated, high-stakes communication system. It is a biological billboard that announces his presence, his health, and his claim to the space. Even for neutered males who don't spray, the drive to rub their scent onto everything is much more intense. When he headbutts you or rubs his entire body against your shins, he is performing a scent handshake. He is weaving your identity into his, creating a unified group scent that makes him feel safe. The real reason he is so physical with his affection is that he is literally trying to merge your two worlds into one through the language of smell. Here's the surprising part. Male cats often have a much higher play drive that lasts well into their senior years. While many female cats become more dignified and selective about their play as they age, males often retain a kitten-like intensity. This is because, in the wild, the mock hunt of play is how males stay sharp for the physical demands of their lifestyle. If you find your adult male cat suddenly zooming through the hallways at 3 a.m., he is experiencing a predatory overflow. His brain is demanding a release for all that dormant masculine energy. Most owners mistake this for bad behavior, but it is actually a vital sign of health. He needs to feel like a predator, even if his only prey is a feather on a string. What many people fail to notice is that male cats have a specific vulnerability when it comes to their physical health, specifically their urinary tract. Because of their unique anatomy, males are at a much higher risk for life-threatening blockages. This physical reality creates a subtle psychological shift. A male cat in pain will often become uncharacteristically aggressive or go into total hiding. They are programmed to hide weakness because in the male feline hierarchy, weakness is a death sentence. The mistake many owners make is waiting for a cry for help. A male cat won't cry, he will simply disappear into the shadows. Understanding this anatomical Achilles heel is the most important thing you can do to protect his life, turning your observation into a life-saving shield. And sometimes, the mystery of the male cat is found in their vocal range. Male cats, especially those who are highly bonded to their owners, tend to be more vocal and chatty. They use a specific frequency of meow that they've learned triggers a response in you. This is a form of manipulative intelligence. He has studied you, learned your patterns, and figured out exactly which sound will get you to open the fridge or sit on the sofa. This isn't just about getting what he wants, it's about a two-way dialogue. He loves the ping-pong of communication. When you talk back to him, you are satisfying a deep psychological need for social interaction that males crave more intensely than many realize. But the real reason for his unique behavior might be found in his foraging instinct. Male cats are often more food motivated and prone to countersurfing. This goes back to the days when a male had to consume massive amounts of calories to maintain his muscle mass and patrol his large territory. Even if he is a pampered indoor cat, that hunger is a ghost in his system. He isn't being greedy when he tries to steal a bite of your chicken. He is following an ancient command to feast whenever resources are available. By turning his mealtime into a challenge, using puzzle feeders or hiding food, you are honoring the hunter-gatherer inside him, turning a boring bowl of kibble into a rewarding mission. What many owners overlook is that male cats are often more sensitive to changes in the emotional climate of the house. Because they are so socially focused on their owners, they pick up on your stress, your sadness, or your anger almost instantly. A male cat will often act out or become unusually clingy when you are going through a hard time. He is a mirror for your soul. He doesn't just live in your house, he lives in your emotional wake. When you see him acting strange, it's often an invitation to look at your own energy. He is trying to fix the atmosphere of the pride because his own sense of safety depends on your well-being. Gradually, as you begin to notice these 10 hidden traits, the way you look at your male cat starts to transform. You realize that he isn't just a moody or lazy pet. He is a complex individual navigating a modern world with an ancient set of tools. The broad cheeks, the late-night zooms, and the constant need for your scent are all parts of a beautiful masculine whole. You start to see that by acknowledging his unique nature, you are giving him the one thing he truly wants: to be understood as the individual he is. The mystery of his behavior begins to dissolve, replaced by a deep, intuitive respect for the warrior-turned-companion sitting on your rug. This realization brings a new kind of peace to your home. You've stopped trying to treat him like a generic cat and started honoring the specific biology and psychology that makes him a male. You see the boundary patrol as a sign of loyalty and the social pestering as a sign of profound trust. You have moved beyond the surface and entered into a rare gender-specific bond that most people will never understand. You're no longer just an owner. You are the guardian of a very specific kind of soul. Take a moment to look at him now. Don't reach for him just yet. Just watch him. Notice the way he carries himself, the way he monitors the room, and the quiet intensity in his gaze. You aren't just looking at a pet, you are looking at a masterpiece of evolution, a creature that has traded the wild for the warmth of your side, but kept the fire of his ancestors alive in his heart. When you finally understand the 10 things, the world feels a little more complete. You realize that the difference in male cats isn't a challenge to be overcome. It's a gift to be celebrated. It is a soft, steady reminder that the most meaningful connections are built on the foundation of true understanding. By learning his language, you've given him a home where he can truly, finally, be himself. And in that realization, you find a sense of connection that is as deep as it is silent, a bond that is, quite simply, unlike anything else in the world.